Naira made it difficult for them to pay their tuition fees. As the school insists it is a breach of visa sponsorship. The school reported them to the UK Home Office and they've been asked to leave the country since they can no longer meet up with why they were admitted into the country in the first place. It's been a sorry state for them since yesterday when they held the protest, and then it made the news. They have to leave the country back home. Some are in they're rounding up their courses. Some have paid 50%. Others said they have done 90%, but 100% is what is required to remain. Let's see how this met netizens. This user says, someone has paid 90% of tuition and he had the guts to ask them to leave. Where is our humanity? This is daylight robbery. And then in another reaction, Lion King says CBN just attributed the recent volatility in the country's forex market to seasonal demand for dollars, shifting the blame away from the bureau de change. One day, I suppose they might even end up blaming Tafawa Balewa, Nnamdi Azikiwe, or Obafemi Awolowo, or perhaps even Queen Elizabeth. And then Shegun Peter says, I don't talk him before. Once you are a Nigerian, you must have your own share of the bad leadership and fellowship. Even if you jackba, your family here go to collect them on your behalf. Let's come together and make this nation great again. I really hope that works, and I hope to see how this development all pans out, because I mean, it's going to be a long one. I know one of them who says the son is depressed already with the news. But we leave it at that. The federal government has announced a low-key celebration of President Bola Tinubu's first year in office. For them, the development is in line with his policy of prudent management of resources and his desire to serve the country and efficiently use resources for the good of all Nigerians. This is as the 47 ministers, starting from today, will take turns to present their scorecards in a serial ministerial briefing that will be holding here in Abuja. Low-key birthday celebration because of insecurity that just took center stage at the time, and then now low-key celebration. What is this about? Can we see some thought, please? Ajiji says there is nothing to celebrate. Tinubu made Nigerians suffer for no reason. If he left dollar where he met it at 460 Naira per dollar, if he did not take the ill advice to float Naira, this whole artificial inflation and brouhaha would not have happened. More thought from more users. Emmanuel says no statistics, or na statistics he go celebrate. First, fuel price from 190 to 650 Naira. Forex from 450 Naira per dollar to 1,500 Naira per dollar. Inflation rate from 22.41% to 33.69%. And number 4, debt ratio from 87.91 trillion Naira to 107.38 trillion Naira. He says, I've been at the a big power by the Ronos. So that's translated, we are hungry. You remember when Tinubu traveled to Lagos for one of the celebrations? He was on his way to pray, and then he was a big power took the center stage like we are hungry. Let's see more development and more thought. This user says, I don't know about you, mate, but with the number of foreign trips he's embarked on since he was sworn in, it looks to me like he's been celebrating his first year all along. Maybe not, maybe yes. Maybe indeed he's trying to save the resources for the overall good of Nigerians, as he say. So let's have more stories and thought to development on social media. Now, an October 2023 video of a former governor of Ekiti State, Kayode Fayemi, has resurfaced online. In the now viral clip, it appears he was justifying the removal of fuel subsidy by this administration, calling the 2012 massive protest against Goodluck Jonathan all politics. Well, if you missed it, on January 1, 2012, then President Goodluck Jonathan announced the removal of fuel subsidy and adjusted the pump price of petrol from 65 naira per litre to 147 naira. Well, the decision sparked mass protests tagged Occupy Nigeria across major cities of the country until the price was readjusted to 97 naira, and that was after more than a week protest nationwide. Well, in a now viral clip, Fayemi says Action Congress, that's now the All Progressives Congress, knew it was the right thing to do. They, however, caused unrest at the time for political interests.
What President Jonathan is doing, which 10 or so years after, all the political parties in this country agreed with. They even put it in their manifesto. Subsidy must be removed. Subsidy must be removed. Subsidy must be removed. We in ACN at the time in 2012, we know the truth, sir. But it is all politics. And that is.
And to think that Goodluck Jonathan was at that meeting and then it was Fayemi's birthday last year, October 2023. Let's see how Nigerians met this, because this has been in the news from weekend till yesterday, and then I say, okay, let me finally have this. And Apex says they keep laughing it off. Nigerians also help them laugh it off. I repeat, for the uptenth time, stop laughing with your oppressors. Okay, more thoughts at this point. Lagos cinematographer says to them, it's always about politics, all at the expense of the common people. How long will we continue in this mess? This isn't how they play politics in the countries where you send your kids to school, travel for medical treatment, and take vacations. He was tagging Kayode Fayemi there on the space of X. Ayoxi says he is saying this to justify that they are doing it now. It's not true. Subsidy doesn't have to go. It's the corruption around subsidy that should go. All serious countries subsidize the cost of fuel. US, Canada, Britain. These guys just show how empty they are. Well, this user says a well-planned, organized, and heavily sponsored media propaganda and protest. That was the game plan, but unfortunately, they couldn't make any progress after taking office. You see, fuel subsidy, as I see on the space of social media, would be here for a very, very long time, because apparently it affects every other sector and everything that we have to do as far as human and humanity is concerned. But this is where we draw the curtains today. We would return tomorrow when it will be happy hour to close the week. Our WhatsApp number is 081154366670, and I'm Rena Obio.